Time to get real. If you're in command staff, you've earned the rank, but that doesn't mean you're immune from mistakes, blind spots, or complacency. This video isn't about praise or politics. It's about the hard truths, the ones whispered in hallways and during coffee breaks away from the station. Some of you may not like what you're about to hear, but if you're serious about leadership, you'll listen. Because ignoring these truths won't just hurt your reputation. It hurts your people, your department, and the community you swore to protect. Number 1, you create monsters. When you play favorites, cut corners, and elevate the unqualified for reasons that have nothing to do with merit, you're not just bending the rules, you're breeding dysfunction. You create monsters. Toxic employees who believe they're untouchable, and good officers who watch, grow bitter, and eventually check out. Standards rot from the inside when enforcement is selective and meaningful discipline is optional. The competent, ethical, and hard-working officers leave or mentally disengage, taking their integrity and work ethic with them. What's left is a shell of a team, resentful, disillusioned, and quietly planning their exit. Leadership isn't about keeping your friends happy. It's about protecting the mission. Number 2, we remember who you were as cops. Don't kid yourself, your stripes, bars, or stars might impress the rookies, but we haven't forgotten who you were in uniform. We remember the strategic, self-initiated backups or out-of-service signals while calls are holding, the disappearing acts, the half-assed reports. We remember the laziness and the ego. Now you lecture people on work ethic and leadership like you didn't spend your patrol years boning your coworkers and hiding from the real work. Rank doesn't erase history. Respect isn't issued with promotion. It's earned. And we watch many of you play this game on easy mode. We've seen your flaws and your mistakes, but we also accept you as human beings. What we can't accept is hypocrisy and holding standards you've never held for yourself. Number 3, you mistake compliance for respect. Just because people follow your orders doesn't mean they respect you. Don't confuse salutes, yes sirs, and silent nods with admiration. They're often just survival tactics. You've created an environment where speaking up is career suicide, where questioning bad decisions gets you labeled as insubordinate. So you're surrounded by silence and think it means agreement. It doesn't. It means fear, frustration, and people biding their time. True respect is earned through competence, humility, and integrity. If you've never heard honest pushback from your team, it's not because you're always right. It's because they know you can't handle the truth. Number 4, you manage optics, not outcomes. Too many of you care more about how things look rather than how they are. You chase headlines, not results. You roll out half-baked initiatives for photo ops, slap band-aids on deep-rooted problems, and scramble to protect your image instead of fixing the culture. Morale, recruitment, retention, you'll hold a press conference before holding a hard conversation. Meanwhile, the real issues fester. Staff burnout, crumbling trust, a mission that's drifting. Policing isn't a PR campaign. We don't need spin, we need substance. Stop polishing your resume with performative leadership and start doing the gritty, unglamorous work this job demands. Number 5, you don't listen, you wait to talk. When the rank and file speak, you nod, smile, and then bulldoze ahead with whatever you already planned. You call it hearing concerns, but we know it's just theater. You hold pointless meetings to check boxes, never genuine attempts to understand problems and concerns. And when someone gives real feedback, raw, uncomfortable truth, you get defensive or dismissive. On the rare occasion you do listen to feedback or enact a helpful suggestion, you steal the credit and pass it off as if it was your own. That's not leadership, that's ego preservation. Listening means being willing to change, to admit you got it wrong, to elevate voices that don't echo your own. Until you stop treating communication as a formality, you'll never truly lead. You're just an actor pretending to be a leader. Number 6, you're not as smart as you think you are. Your title doesn't make you the smartest person in the room. It gives you the loudest microphone. But too often you confuse authority with intellect, and it shows. You dismiss street-level insight, scoff at experience that doesn't match your worldview, and act like your decisions are beyond reproach. Newsflash, most of us see the gaps in your logic, the cracks in your plans, and the consequences of your own arrogance. The best leaders surround themselves with people who challenge them, not flatter them. If you were half as wise as you think you are, you'd stop talking so much and start learning. Number 7, you've forgotten what the job feels like. The higher you climb, the more you seem to forget what it's actually like to do this job. Not from behind a desk sending strongly worded emails, but directing traffic at a busy intersection in a storm, sweating your ass off in the blistering heat, chasing dangerous armed subjects, getting screamed at by the public while still trying to do the right thing. You preach about accountability and resilience but haven't felt real pressure in years. In fact, some of you were shielded from real work or danger since the beginning of your career. Your policies don't reflect reality because you're out of touch with it. Leadership isn't just about knowing the mission. It's about remembering what it costs to carry it out. Number 8, you protect your image more than your people. When things go sideways, bad press, bad policy, bad leadership, you circle the wagons to protect the department's image, not the people who make it run. You're quick to throw line-level cops under the bus to save face, but slow to defend the ones who do the job right, and allergic to taking responsibility at the top. You talk about family until it's inconvenient. Meanwhile, we're left to clean up the mess, carry the weight, and absorb the blowback. The badge doesn't mean much if the people behind it are expendable. If you won't stand up for us, don't expect us to stand with you. Number 9, you promote based on politics, not performance. We see who gets the promotions or special assignments, and more importantly, why. It's not the hardest worker, the sharpest mind, or the most respected leader. It's the one who plays the game, kisses the right asses, and never rocks the boat. Competence takes a backseat to compliance. Meanwhile, real talent walks or stays stuck in place, watching mediocrity rise through the ranks. The message is loud and clear. Loyalty to personalities matters more than loyalty to principles. You can preach excellence all day, but when your promotions or assignments reek of favoritism, you burn the culture to the ground and bury any hope of real leadership emerging from its ashes. Number 10, you've made rank a reward, not a responsibility. Too many of you treat your rank like a trophy, something you earned, so now you get to relax. You think leadership is about perks, better hours, bigger office, less accountability, but real leadership isn't a prize, it's a burden. It means working harder, taking more blame, and being the first to step up when things go wrong. Instead, we watch you delegate downward, dodge hard choices, point fingers when things go wrong, and insulate yourself from the grind. That's not leadership, it's entitlement. If you view your promotion as a finish line instead of the starting point of a heavier load, you were never a leader. If any of this stings, good. It means you're still capable of reflection. This isn't about trashing command staff. It's about taking an honest look at the rotten culture we've allowed to metastasize for generations, demanding better because the mission demands better. The public doesn't need figureheads, and we don't need babysitters. We need leaders with backbone, humility, and the courage to face hard truths. Leadership isn't about being in charge, it's about being worth following. So if you recognize yourself in these words, don't get defensive, get to work. There's still time to earn the respect your rank lets you pretend you have. But that clock is ticking, and the rank and file is watching.